Live from Studio 7E in Rockefeller Center, this is Weekend Today in New York.
Plus, he's eating and drinking his way across America, and he's making a pit stop right here in our studio.
I think if I ever make it to heaven, and I doubt I will, but if I do, I think this might be the first thing they're going to feed me.
Thank you.
This is unbelievable.
Food and wine guru Brian Friedman's going to rock your Easter Sunday feast. A few perfect pairings to spice up your holiday dinner. Up next, we're saying so long to cured ham and eggs. We're taking Easter Sunday to a whole new level. Some fantastic and affordable food and wine pairings just in time for tonight's dinner. Nothing in the Bible says you must eat ham and eggs on Easter, so why not spice up your feast with some fine wine and a few alternatives? Brian Friedman is a food, drink, and travel writer. He's here with some affordable pairing suggestions, which we like that word, affordable, and tastes good.
You do not have to spend a fortune to drink great, and I think we're going to really demonstrate that this morning. We have some fantastic wines. We have this beautiful meal that was donated to us by Chef Kevin Spraga, the owner and chef of Spraga Restaurant in Philadelphia.
Looks fantastic.
Yeah.
And this is not the traditional big hunk of ham and taters. This looks very gourmet.
Well,
what do we have?
It's not only very gourmet, but it's going to give us the opportunity to have some great wines with it.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off with a Prosecco. I mean, it's early. I love starting the day with something sparkling. So the Enza Prosecco is absolutely beautiful. It's dry, it's crisp. Let's actually get started.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So this is...
So this is from Italy.
All right, like
and
this.
Really mouth-watering,
Yeah.
fresh, great apple notes in there, peach.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to pair beautifully with this salad. We have great greens, roasted beets, beautiful creamy dressing.
Right.
But this, to me, this is a Sunday morning wine if there ever was one.
A Sunday morning wine?
I do this for a living. There has to be a Sunday morning wine.
Oh, man. Okay. What do we have here?
All right. So moving along. Here we have potato gnocchi with escargot.
Oh, nice.
Now, the old story where you have to drink red with meat and white with fish, that really doesn't apply all the time anymore.
Really?
Yeah. So really go by weight.
Because I would think gnocchi, you'd want something red, a little more heavy, right? But
Not necessarily.
This is a white.
Yeah, and I think these Josh Cellar wines are going to surprise you. They're a sister brand to Joseph Carr. Actually, they're named after his father, who was also named Joseph, but they call him Josh.
Okay.
These are very elegant, beautiful, drinkable wines, but I think these are going to surprise you in terms of how elegant they are. So let's start with the Chardonnay.
And what are these costing? Sort of the price here?
We're talking under $15.
Really? Okay,
yeah.
Both of them. Okay,
yeah.
all right,
Yeah,
very good.
You really don't have to spend a lot to drink beautifully these days. So something like the Chardonnay.
And what does that taste like? What would we be looking for if we're doing that?
You know, I think with Chardonnay, it confuses a lot of people. People tend to think Chardonnay is always going to be very oaky and buttery. This does see French and American oak, but it's really fresh, it's crisp, it's mouth-watering.
All right. Now, as we move along here to what are we having next? This is the main course here now?
Yes. So this is a riff on a great Philadelphia sandwich, the roast pork Italian. This is pork belly and a provolone bread pudding, some broccoli rabe. Here we have two options as well.
Okay.
So whereas the Josh Cellar Cabernet was really on the lighter side, we have the Gerard Artistry, which is really rich and almost chewy, very complex wine. It's a Cabernet-based blend. And then we have the Villa Pozzi Nero d'Avola, which is a great grape variety from Sicily. Spicy, a little bit lighter. Both of these are going to work, but in very different ways with the dish.
Okay, all right. So what would you recommend for someone who say they usually got just like a medium red wine? That's what I order. What would you recommend? The spicy kind of thing can scare people off a little bit.
Well, yeah, I don't want to say it's too spicy. You're just going to get a little bit of that pepper note along with some fig and plum and dark cherry. My professional advice, order both.
Okay. Oh,
yeah. It's an insurance policy.
I like from the Sunday morning wine to having multiple glasses. Oh, Brian, you're a wealth of knowledge.
Getting people into multiple bottles of great wine pays my bills.
Okay, and then let's talk about dessert in our last minute here. The drinking continues to the end of the meal.
With dessert, we have two beautiful wines from Yellowtail. Both of them are brand new on the market. They just hit the market last month. We have the Sweet White Roux, which is a Pinot Grigio, Sauvignon Blanc, and Semillon blend. Beautiful, sweet, crisp, refreshing. And then we have the Pink Moscato. Moscato is one of the hottest categories in wines right now.
Moscato? I was about to say rosé, but no, what's the difference between a Moscato and a...
Well, this actually is rosé.
Oh, okay, all right.
But it's from the Moscato grape. It's going to be sweet and floral. You know, Yellowtail is reliable, affordable, it's approachable. They're fun wines, and it's going to be amazing with this lemon meringue.
Wow, this is quite a meal and quite a feast. Brian, thank you. You have opened up our eyes to a Sunday morning wine.
Thank you for having me.
Perhaps that will change my life. We'll be right back with the 7-day forecast.
Having a season-ending surgery. Rough start for the Yankees.
And if we drink all this wine, we might be recovering from something
we
else.
might be on the disabled list ourselves, right?
I think we'll be on the permanent disabled list.
But I mean, this is really the way, if you're going to have a day full of Easter festivities, why not start it off with some Prosecco or something?
The Sunday morning
Right.
wine.
Girl after my own heart,
Yeah, I'm
Contessa
just
Brewer.
saying. How is it looking outside?
Outside, it's going to be a great day early on.
When you look at some of those bonnet creations that will be on display for the Easter parade, you might think you need some fortification before going out and showing that off, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. I would actually drink half of each of these bottles before doing that.
Before wearing that kind of headgear on your... But I can't wait to see you in it, Gus.
My bonnet?
Yes.
Steve
working on it right
and
now.
I are putting the finishing touches on our outfits right
That's
now.
right.
It's going to be great.
All right. Well, happy Easter to you
Same to
guys.
you.
Thank you so much for coming in and
Brian,
sharing
thanks
with
for
us the
being here.
beautiful
Thank
pairings. Sit tight for Open House NYC right after this show.
Have a great day. Happy Easter.